Hello, everybody. Matt Johnston here, and I want to talk today about the must have video formats in e commerce that you need right now to succeed. And everybody seems to be obsessed with UGC content. Every time that you follow a guru out there, they're like, you need UGC. You can run a whole ad account off of UGC content. And that is just not true. It's not true at all. My company has pivoted to being just creative only, but we used to run millions of dollars in ads, and now we support media buyers with that effort. However, what we have seen in our testing and why we moved over is because we saw that the creative was like the huge thing that was lacking. And so we tested and validated all these formats, and now we're bringing them out as a service. And I want to tell you what our two most successful ones are. The ones that have made millions and millions of dollars for our clients. There are a few different ones, but I have two to share with you today, the two that are the most powerful. And they are not raw, and they are not UGC, and they are also low budget. They're not super expensive to produce, and anyone can do them with the right knowledge and the know-how. So I'm going to show you these two formats right here. Okay, now we're going to go over to my screen and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Centerpiece video. That's the first one. The Centerpiece video is a video with a very intentionally written script that is meant to take a cold audience from cold to sold. So it takes somebody who has no awareness of your brand at all, and it turns them, it does everything in that a funnel needs to do in one video. It educates, it builds trust, it builds affinity, you like them because these videos have an element of humor in them, and it acknowledges their problem, and it acknowledges the unique solution that this product has. And that's why it's so important. And with iOS 14 going on, the algorithms aren't working as well to tell you to show the right ads to the right people at the right time. So you need to lean on creative to be able to do that selling for you. A simple image ad isn't going to work as well anymore, because even if they click over, you're putting so much weight on your landing page or your shop to be able to do the selling. And most e-commerce stores suck at that. It's all about the ad. And if the ad is not a video ad that takes people through that process, it gets really, really tough. And then you're also putting more into your funnel. You're saying, okay, we got to invest even more in retargeting because people are just not convinced. And then you extend the funnel. But these videos actually do so much to generate that interest, that drive, that fervor. Centerpiece videos have one person on camera, intentionally written script, problem, solution, trust building, affinity building, clear call to action, little bit of education in there. And they're done relatively simply. You know, this isn't a video with like a $40,000 shooting budget. It's just one woman talking to the camera. 2-camera shoot is what we usually do, in a relatively good setting with some B-roll in there. It's shot well. It's not shot like a Scorsese movie, but it's shot well, because when you have good video shooting, and this is going to be a theme of today, when you have good videography, then it lends value to the brand and builds trust subconsciously in people's minds, right? That's why you can't just trot out all of this raw, crappy UGC all the time. You know, only 1 in 10 of those ever works, max, in my experience. Okay, so let's take a look at these Centerpiece videos. I'm going to go over to my computer screen. Okay, so this is one we did for a company called Curiosity Box, which does kids like craft kits that get sent to your house on subscription. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear it, but I'll show you a little bit of it here. I don't have, I'm not like, I didn't super tech this out. I don't have the sound linked up to the live stream, but let's take a listen.
Not gonna lie, when my kids were home all the time during the pandemic, I was hurting. Like, can you please stop arguing for 2 seconds about which Power Ranger is better? The pink, obviously. Also, why are you watching TV all the time?
Oh, that's right, because mommy's overwhelmed.
I was just exhausted trying to keep them alive, let alone teach them anything. Thank you, Sesame Street and Blippi, for mothering my children. Take my money. The struggle was real. But then, sometime during the summer, I saw this Facebook ad for these cute little subscription boxes that are filled with these educational crafts that are sent right to your house, all meticulously packaged up. What a great idea, I thought. So I did what any good mother would do. I called my mother and told her, I have the best grandparent gift for you to get for my kids. Don't judge me. They love spending money on my kids. It's a win-win. The company is called Curiosity Box, and they are amazing. The kids get so excited every time they drop it off at our door every month. There's crafts, activities, books, novelties, supplies, and so much more, all in one tiny box. And it keeps them occupied for literally hours on end. But the coolest thing for me is that they're learning so much with this stuff. All of the activities are designed by a curriculum expert and a real-life teacher. So, sorry, Elmo, you ain't got nothing on that. You should 100% check them out. Your kids will love them. CuriosityBoxKids.com.
So I shot, wrote, edited, directed that video all by myself, one-man band style. And so the budget for it was super low. I mean, obviously, the budgets scale out because we have other people on our team that work on these projects. But this one in particular, I auteur style filmmakered it. And it's done, you know, it's a wonderful video. It takes people right from that cold to sold place. And I have a whole video that breaks down how to create these type of videos. In fact, I have a walkthrough of one of our most popular Centerpiece videos of all time. You can subscribe to the channel, and I think the headline is something like the $100 million video ad format, or the $6 million, or maybe it's the $1 million video ad format. I don't know. It's made about $6 million for this client, so I don't know why it would be 100. It hasn't made that. That's a lot of money. Okay, so the next one is the B-roll driven video. Okay, so a lot of you, if you're on YouTube and you follow any of these guys like the Daniel Schiffers or the Peter Lindgrens, you know all about this type of format, but most e-commerce stores don't even dig into this. One, because they just feel like it's going to be too expensive to shoot a bunch of B-roll that looks nice and put this together, and how do you get the talent for this, and how do you know who's going to do a good job with this because it's so art-driven. And then two, doesn't UGC just work? Can't I just do it raw? No. That can be a piece of what you do, but it's not a whole strategy. Okay, so the B-roll driven video is what I want to show you today. So here's one that I recently whipped up for a brand here called William Painter. So let me bring them up here. And this is actually a first draft of it. I can't get my hands on a second half. There's a sunglasses brand. And for whatever reason, I made a mistake, but there's supposed to be a metal thing here and here. And for some reason, I think that I broke it. What? That's what happens. But actually, they're unbreakable, the frames and the lenses and everything like that. This is what happens when you're an idiot and you take tools and do things to things that you shouldn't be doing. But generally, these are it's an amazing product. So let me show you. Let me show you a little bit. Let me show you this video. It's very short. Again, I shot and edited and conceived and storyboarded this one all just with me. That's it. That's all there is to it. But this video rocks because it builds so much excitement. It visually shows the brand, you know, and how valuable that the brand is, because it's a premium brand. Once again, we did a reshoot where we have both of the metal things there, and that was my fault, not their fault. This company is amazing, and they make amazing products. Incredible. In fact, once I showed these to all of my friends, they all wanted pairs. Like, they're amazing, unbreakable. They look incredible, scratch resistant. This is not an ad for them at all. I just wanted everybody to know that this was my fault. But the video, it just shows how premium it is, right? Like, whoops, wrong one. It would be very easy to make a video where you just simply are just like taking your phone and just like shooting some stuff of it, and like, people want to know what the product looks like. But how do you subconsciously put value on a product? Remember, value is in the eye of the beholder, and it's all about the story that is being told, the perception. And if the perception is a more well-shot, beautiful, trendy, sexy video like this, rather than just like, oh, look at this, look at this, look at that. It's going to demonstrate more value. More value, higher prices. You create value, right? I mean, you're not allowed to say what the value is. Only the potential buyer is allowed to say what the value is. But marketing is all about bestowing that value, putting the idea of that value in the potential customer's mind so that they can become a buyer of this product, right? Nobody is a buyer of the product before they know your brand. There's maybe seed audiences that might be somewhat interested if you started marketing to them, but then you've got to do the messaging work. It's not enough to be like, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. And it drives me crazy how many people are just think that a bunch of buy my stuff image ads, why aren't these working anymore? Well, you got to run a business, like you got to run a business. That's how it works. So anyway, I really wanted to share these with you. If you want help with these, you can always go to my website and reach out to us. But you could also, you could find a way to do these yourself, or you can get a videographer to do these. The new iPhone 13 Pro Max has a cinematic mode, and with the right sort of technique, you can probably shoot some pretty great product video with that. Actually, I think all the 13s have that new technology on them. And cinematic mode just meaning it creates bokeh, which means you have a blurred, it means your subject is in focus and the rest is blurred. Like if you look at this picture of the sunglasses here, you can see that, because I shot this in, I don't know, probably like f2.5 or f3, you can see there's a lot of depth of field. Like even this is out of focus, but this is really in focus. And as it rotates, because I had this, I had my camera on a slider, and it was panning and tilting across, different parts of it would be in focus, which sort of revealed it. So it gave it this sort of like cinematic vibe, right? Right? And I shot it in 4K, which allowed me to really easily crop in there. But you can do that on an iPhone. So with the right technique, the iPhone's got decent stabilization on it. You could go and shoot more cinematic type videos by yourself with the new iPhone using that feature. It's software. It's never going to work as well as a regular camera, and I've seen that in other YouTube videos. I don't have one myself, but of people using it. But it's definitely worth playing with. It's important to make your products look premium. It really, really is. Okay, thank you so much. I would love you to like this video so that more people can see it. That's how it works. If you like the video, more people see it, and I'd love more people to see it. And we'd love to have you in the community as a subscriber. Most of the people watching this video are brand new. You're not a subscriber. So, why not join up? Join the cause. Okay, I'll talk to you later.